know. Listen, all July long, we are gonna be spending Mondays with my one and only mom, Myra. Every single time we do a meet and greet after the show, there's at least like 6 people in the audience being like, where was Myra today?
Oh, well, that's so nice.
Listen, every Monday in July, Myra is gonna be here, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Yeah, the worst day of the week.
I know.
I know.
Myra's here, as she said, to brighten up the worst day of the week. No one really likes a Monday. You bring a Myra, people like a Monday.
I hope so.
Yeah, and you're good to go. Okay, so when I told you first about this idea that we were doing, I asked you what you wanted to cook. Like, what were things that you wanted to learn how to cook, and what did you answer?
Chicken that isn't dry.
Chicken that isn't dry. To which I responded, rude.
Yeah.
None of my chicken recipes are dry.
It's not dry. It's mine that chicken is dry.
But listen, I'm gonna show you a super simple way to make a really juicy, delicious chicken. And this is a citrus marinated chicken with a fennel and orange salad. It's really nice, it's bright, it's summery, it's totally delish.
But fennel.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Fennel's very good.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because I thought you didn't know because you like licorice.
I love licorice.
Yeah, fennel is licoricey adjacent, but it's really nice. Yeah, it's bright and green tasting.
Delicious.
I feel like you're nervous right now. Are you feeling nervous?
No.
Okay.
I'm not nervous.
Myra doesn't get nervous. All right, so we are gonna get to work on the chicken first.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited.
I think she's actually more excited because she gets to use a hammer. So one of my first tips anytime you are making chicken is you don't want to cook it for too long. Obviously, you want to cook it through, but we're gonna make this chicken nice and flat so it cooks really, really quickly. That's one tip. It tenderizes it and it's gonna make it cook nice and quickly.
Sense.
Keeps it juicy. Yeah. So we've got 4 chicken breasts here that we've lightly butterflied. So to butterfly a chicken breast, you grab that chicken breast and with a sharp knife, you kind of just slice into it and open it almost like a book. You want it to look almost kind of even, but even then it's still a little bit too thick. So I'm gonna get you to get that meat mallet. If you don't have a meat mallet, you could use a small frying pan. Myra's itching to get this chicken going.
You know, I used to do this in the olden days all the time, but I never thought of putting saran over it, so when we didn't all die.
I know, it's good. It keeps all the chicken where the chicken should be. And you're good to go. So I'd actually use the other side, the flat side of the meat mallet, and when you're hitting it, you want it about 1 centimeter thick, so that's like about that much, half an inch.
Half an inch, yeah.
So when you hit it, you don't just want to go down, you kind of want to go like you're playing a timpani. Like, does that make sense to anybody else? Like, dong.
Stretch it a little.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I didn't used to do that.
Well, I mean, suddenly it blasts right through that chicken.
It did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I
use the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to give it a go? Okay, yep. Pretty good. Honestly, really good, Mom. Okay, I'm gonna let you keep going.
Splatting.
She's doing her thing. She's gonna do her thing. Myra's just gonna be hammering away. Classic Myra Berg.
It's slippery.
Yeah, it's chicken. Chicken slippery.
Chicken.
Okay, while she does her thing, I'm gonna make a really quick marinade, because another way to make sure your chicken stays nice and juicy is a really quick marinade. Marinades are great. This one is super fast. It only needs about 10 minutes to actually marinate up, which is perfect. So in my bowl here, I'm gonna add in the zest and juice of an orange and a lemon. Now, classic zest, I love to zest it right on into the bowl I'm going in with. Zest gives you that bright orange and lemon flavor without the acidity. Now, since this is a quick, I know immediately it smells good, right, Mom?
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
I am.
You are. You're really crushing it. She's the hammer queen.
Whack the heck out of anything.
There you go. She got it. So I'm just getting that zest in there because that's going to give us beautiful orange flavor without too much acidity. But we actually do want acidity in this marinade because what that's going to do is it's going to help get into that chicken quicker. So add in the zest and the juice of each of those. I'm going to kind of go halfy on these babies. But that's looking beautiful. As soon as you start zesting, it smells amazing. And anytime I'm zesting something, I like to do it into the thing it's going into because so many oils burst out as soon as you zest it. If I were to do that on my cutting board and then transfer it, I'm losing all those oils to my cutting board. And I don't want to do that. I'm not eating this. I'm eating this.
So good.
I know it does.
I know, just delicious.
All right, now I'm gonna cut those babies in half and get those juiced right on in. Now the orange juice gives you a little bit of acidity, but that lemon is the thing that really cuts in and makes beautiful, beautiful flavor. Now, it doesn't matter if seeds or pips get in there. Mom, you're doing great. I thought this was gonna be louder.
I can do it. I try not to bounce the knives around. I think it's almost
You're almost there. That's really good. And another thing I love about pounding out chicken like this, it makes it look so much bigger. You could feed 2 people with 1 chicken breast and just lie.
I know,
just lie to all your
true.
friends and you're perfect. All right, the lemon juice is going in as well. Now, Mom, that's looking great. Would you do me a favor?
So.
You can pop that down.
Okay.
Would you add in, that's 4 cloves of garlic right there that we've chopped up.
Okay.
Add that on into the marinade. Perfect. And then I've also got a tablespoon of chopped oregano there. Now, how do we feel about oregano?
I love oregano.
She loves oregano.
It's like the original spice.
She said earlier, she was like, that was the only thing we had. And I was like, why did you only have oregano?
Garlic, salt, and oregano.
Oh,
That was
okay.
about the speed of
That
it.
was it. Okay, pop that in. Beautiful. And oregano's really nice. It's nice and perfumey and delicious. I'm also gonna add in, would you add in about 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil? Just
I'm
start
bad at this.
I know, it's more than you think. Just keep going. Just keep going. I'm also gonna add in about 3/4 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika for a little bit of smokiness. You could also cook this chicken on the barbecue. We're gonna do it in the pan, but that smoked paprika, that was really good.
Is that good?
Let me see. No, a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Little bit more. You do you. Now I'm gonna add in some salt, about 1/2 teaspoon, and then a little bit of
Oh,
pepper.
that smells so good.
Doesn't it smell good?
How do you think that is?
That looks perfect.
That looks perfect.
Guys, she did a great job on that oil. I'm feeling real proud. Myra Berg, everybody. All right, I'm gonna give that a little bit of a whisk up, and that marinade is so punchy and so acidic that this chicken only needs about 10 minutes to actually get that flavor in there.
So my 24-hour marinade rule is out the window?
Do not even approach 24 hours. If you do want to do this at all in advance, what you can do is you can do it for up to an hour in the fridge. This is perfectly done, Myra Berg.
I can do things.
You can do things.
I can
yes,
whack
you can.
things,
Yeah, you
yeah.
are good to go. So I'm going to add that on into that marinade, and you just want to toss that up until it's nice and coated. Looking beautiful, Mom.
Okay.
All right, you can leave that all there. You want to toss that around, set that aside at room temperature for 10 minutes, or you can pop this in the fridge for up to an hour. No longer, though, because that lemon juice starts to break into that chicken.
Okay.
Not going to be cute.
Break it down, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, over here, we have got a pan over about medium-ish heat. You could do this on the barbecue, but we're going to do it in a pan. I'm going to get a little bit of oil right into there. And then I've got that beautiful
delicious.
chicken. I know, right?
Yeah.
This has been hanging out. You can tell that marinade's got into that chicken. It's looking absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna take that right out, pop it into the pan. I could probably only cook 2 at a time because it's nice and thin. So add those in. That's gonna cook for only about 3 minutes per side until golden brown and cooked through. The smell is already amazing.
Oh, it smells so good.
It's gonna be the juiciest chicken you've ever made.
Okay.
You did real. Oh, she's doubting. She's doubting.
No, I believe you.
Mondays with Myra off to a great start, everybody.
It's going to be hard to break that 24-hour rule.
You really got to do it. But when we come back, we're going to make an amazing fennel salad with some orange in there. It's going to be totally delicious. You feeling it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
I
good.
want to know all about how to cut up a fennel.
Well, have I got you covered, Myra Berg?
there we go.
Stick around.
Yeah,
You too.
sure.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the kitchen. We are here with my mom, Myra, because every Monday in July, we're calling it Mondays with Myra.
Well,
I'm feeling good about it.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I know.
It's so nice having you here. It feels like a little piece of home, but on TV.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does to me too.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So before the break, my mom requested a recipe for chicken that isn't dry, which I was like, first off, none of my recipes for chicken are
They're
dry.
not.
Rude.
Yeah.
You actually have a story about that, right?
About
Dry chicken.
Oh, yeah. I was away recently and I was making one of Mary's chicken recipes. I thought there's something wrong with this oven. Why is it still at 94 internal temperature? And then I realized when it was like way past that, it was in Celsius.
Celsius.
I didn't know it had Celsius.
Has anyone seen the movie Christmas Vacation? You know when they carved the turkey? I feel like that is almost where she got to.
The coating on it was so moist and so good. It's usually what you put your fish in.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Oh my god.
Nobody would have known. I was like, oh.
Nicely done.
I didn't know I had a
So
Celsius.
note to everybody, if you're using a thermometer, check which it's on. Is it on Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I know.
'Cause Stick with
And
the
I'm
Fahrenheit.
of the Fahrenheit generation, so it makes more sense to me.
Well, there you go. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
worked
So before the
perfect.
break, we made that beautiful chicken. Mom perfectly pounded it out until it's nice and thin and beautiful. That's been cooking in the pan. We made a beautiful, really, really quick marinade with citrus in there, garlic, oregano, a little bit of smoked paprika for some smokiness.
Yeah, it smells so fresh.
Really
and
good. Do you want to
lovely.
take that out and pop that on a plate?
Yeah.
Now, even though that chicken is nice and thin, another tip to make sure your chicken is the juiciest chicken in the world is let it
one.
rest. Give it a minute. Give it about 5 minutes just to chill out and do its thing. Because essentially, when you're cooking meat, you're making it all go like this, and you need it to just relax before you can eat it. All those juices are going to redistribute and be
like
perfect.
me.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put me out in the heat and I need a few minutes.
You need
to
a few. She
relax.
does.
Yeah.
She does not temperature regulate particularly well. Okay, you can pop that over here, Mom.
Okay.
And now
Thank you.
I'm going
Oh.
to get to work on the salad. So to go with this chicken and mimic some of the flavors, we're going to do like a fennel and orange salad. It's going to be really, really
Yeah.
nice. So this is fennel, and it is one of my very favorite vegetables. It is so fun. It looks like a rock star. Like, with this hairdo, are you kidding me? It's so good. Now, a lot of times, do you know which part you eat of the fennel?
Not really.
Okay, perfect. I love it. So essentially,
It seems either this or this.
you eat this part and actually this part.
Oh.
So the fronds almost act like an herb, which is really, really nice. It's bright and delicious. A little licoricey, but not in a gross, like licorice all sorts way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do like those though.
I love any licorice.
I know. So I like to chop it off. These long kind of pieces here, I like to save those in my freezer. I pop them into a bag along with any chicken bones I have, and I use it to make stock later. So anytime I
That would
have
be a good
enough,
stock,
I know, fennel and
yeah.
chicken, oh, match made in heaven. So I'm gonna save some of those fronds for later just to garnish up the salad. Pop those aside. And then to chop up this fennel, the only thing you wanna avoid is this. This is that kind of core. That core is really, really kind of tough. So I like to split my fennel in half, and you can see that core here. It's almost a triangle. So what you want to do, you can either chop it this way, but just try to kind of avoid that core. Now, Mom, while I'm chopping up this fennel, would you do me a favor and grab those 2 halves of a lemon and just squeeze them into this bowl? So this is
funky squeeze.
I know you got the funky squeezer. That sounds like a cool like
I do
70s.
it this way, right?
I think so. I'm not good with a citrus reamer. Oh, there you go. There you go. You're doing it. Nicely done. Remember how this one, it's got a pourer. Oh, you're pouring it out the back end. We're doing great,
think it's
guys.
an upside
Mondays
down.
with Myra off to a great
It's
start.
upside down.
Yeah. It's great. So I'm getting this fennel nice and chopped, nice and fine. Now, if you roast fennel, it gives it a totally different flavor. So just slice it nice and thin. That's looking beautiful.
So good.
Oh my gosh, right? Do you want to get that other half of the lemon in there? You really squeezed that,
I'm
baby.
gonna try the other way this time.
I like it. I like it. Are we doing it? Stronger? You got it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. I feel like we need to give her a little bit of a. Yeah, she got it. There you go. Look at that, Mom.
like
Nicely
Jack
done.
Clampett
There
with
you go.
oil.
Now into there, I'm gonna add in that fennel, and that's gonna kind of lightly pickle it a little bit. Now over here, I've got some more fennel that I chopped up earlier, and I also have some orange slices here. Now, orange and fennel are a match made in heaven. They go so beautifully together. And if you want, you can slice your oranges just like this, add those right on in. Or you can do something called supreming oranges. Mom, add a little bit of oil onto there for me, would you? Now, if you want to supreme an orange, you get your orange, you cut off. That's good.
All right.
All right, now to supreme an orange, you just want to trim off the top and bottom, and then use your knife just to run around the edge, just to remove all of that pith. This is a fancy way of saying segments. Like, you know when you get a fruit cup? You know those like fruit cups that have like one cherry in it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those are kind of supremes that are in there. So basically, you just want to get all that white pith off. And then what you want to do is grab either a sharp chef's knife or a paring knife, and in between each of those membranes, just slip down, and then slip down, and then you end up with a perfect little supreme. They're very dainty, they're very pretty, but it removes all of the kind of chewing, which is always a good thing. But again, you can also just slice those up. That is looking beautiful. Into there, Mom, toss in that feta cheese.
All right.
I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. That's about 100 grams of feta, just a little bit of salt, because that feta is nice and salty.
I have all the hard
And then
jobs.
I'm just going to add, you have all the hard jobs? Is that what you said?
I got the jobs you trust me with.
I love it. Okay. Add in a bit of pepper. That is looking beautiful. Now, Mom, if you don't mind, would you give that a toss? Beautiful, beautiful. Now, one last thing I want to add, obviously, are those beautiful fennel fronds from earlier. Just a few of those go right on in.
Pretty.
It's beautiful. It's salty. It's sweet. It's so good. And then we love salt in our family, arguably too much. But don't worry, we got low blood pressure, so we're allowed. It's fine. So I have got some green olives here. Now, these have the pits in, so you can just toss them with the pits right in there. But if you did want to remove the pits, you just get your chef's knife, just press the side a little bit, just to kind of burst that olive just a titch. You can also just cheek the edges to get that off. If you have something like a Kalamata olive, they burst really, really easily when you go to get that pit out.
Oh.
This one looks like he's
That's
gonna
a
do.
new trick.
Yeah, just smush it, and then just rip it open, and you get that pit out.
It's almost like a piece of garlic.
Yeah,
only
does
there's
it
no
take,
pit.
I know, does it take a while? Yes, so know what we're gonna do for TV? We're just gonna dump them in with the pits in.
Plus, they do look kind of nice that way.
They do look nice. Give that a toss.
You have to watch your teeth.
Now, I'm also gonna throw in some fresh herbs. I have got some basil over here. I'm just gonna tear off whole leaves. I love doing this in the summer when my basil plants are going absolutely bonkers, which they currently are.
Oh my gosh, they're
I know.
wild.
You did a great job looking after them when I was
did.
away.
I looked after them.
I know, she did a good job. I'm gonna add in a handful of basil leaves as well as a little bit of some fresh oregano just to mimic the flavors going on in that chicken. Give that a toss together. And then to plate this baby, we're just gonna dump that right onto a big old platter We've got that fennel. We've got those oranges.
Oh, it looks so
Then
good.
obviously we need to add on way more herbs because this is a Mary Berg recipe, so you gotta just chuck them all over there. And then we've got that beautiful chicken that is gonna be so juicy. It's rested absolutely perfectly. We've got that right over here. Serve that on top or on the side, and you have got a feast for the ages. Doesn't that look delicious?
It looks so good.
All right, Mom.
I'm
We're
making
gonna give
it
you a
at the
little bite.
cottage. Okay.
You want to give it? You said this is a good cottage recipe, didn't you?
And you can make it in no time.
Make it in no time.
If
Again, the
somebody
marinade only
pops
takes
over.
10 minutes, which is absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna take it with a little bit of.
Now you got to tell me if it's juicy.
Oh,
Juicy?
really good.
Yeah, nicely done. Isn't it good?
It's so moist and tender.
And again, you can do it on the grill if you don't want to heat up your kitchen, and you're good to go.
Oh, I'm into this one. I'll be making it.
Are you? Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.